Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead and release your fears. Stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, will save the day.
Hello everybody, it's Elise from E's Dog World. So tonight is my day 8 of my journal journey challenge, my 100-day journal journey challenge, where I'm vlogging my journal journey and sharing it with you guys. So as of, day 8, I hope that you guys have been enjoying it so far along with me. I hope that it's opened up some avenues of food for thought for you guys, because it's been really amazing for me, simply because I'm just sticking to it. I think that's the best part for me is just deciding, and then actually doing it and enjoying it, just enjoying the process. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. And let's go ahead and get started. So I don't have much actually to share tonight. I believe it's just been like an overflow, and now I'm just, taking it all in. And it's a good thing when you just don't have much to say, It's a sign of contentment and peace and comfortability and soundness, So since I don't have anything too extreme to share tonight, to expound on tonight, and oh, I gotta share this with you guys tonight. I'm just gonna share with you something that I wrote 10/21/24. So 2 days ago? In my journal, my physical journal that I write in. So these are just my actual writings that I'm just going to read off of this page to you, okay? So it starts off like this. It says, I love how I transmuted, period. To sit with it, period, and just experience it, period. Step by step. So before I continue, I just want you, as a listener, whoever is out there that needs to hear this, and with that very line that I said, just plug in your current experience, or an experience that that you've transmuted. You turned it into a positive situation. You turned it into something that, initially was negative energy, negative outcome, negative input from whatever avenue, right? And you were able to transmute that situation and make it into a situation that either benefited you, or you were able to have enough girth and mindset to just not even react, and just be like, this is meant to happen. Whether it feels good or not, whether I like it or not, and whether I understand it or not. This that's happening right now is supposed to be happening. And even if I don't like it, and even if I want to snap, or even if this makes me just want to cry, or even if this makes me feel used, or just helpless, or whatever all the emotions are, right? I trust the process. Even if I messed up, even if I was the one, even if that person was the one, how dare they? How could I? Whatever your situation is, I don't know you, okay? But whatever it is, Just plug that in. Plug in how you love, how you transmuted it, how you just sat with it, how you just experienced it, step by step. So whether you're going through it currently, or you can just look back, right, into your past and how far you've come till now, I want you to use this very moment to just give gratitude for that. Give yourself a pat on the back for that, and let's incorporate that into our woman math lifestyle right now. Or for gents, for the men out there, into your man, outlook and lifestyle. Because it's different from being a girl and a boy, a young adult, a teenager. We're responsive, we're snappy, we don't understand, we're still borderline temper tantrum. We're in the middle of still needing and trying to be independent. Emotions everywhere, hormones and all these things. But as we are women and men, we gotta have the ability to transmute situations, because they gonna come. Whether we like it or not, it's coming full force. And we never know what to expect. And some of the things we can expect it, and then it ends up happening, and it was just like, you feel this feeling of like, ugh, like I knew this was going to happen, but I really had faith and hope that it didn't. But, I was right, and I really wanted to be proved wrong. But I really feel like being able to transmute energy is a gift, is an art, if you will. So, yeah, that's my rant on that. I don't want to give too much, because I want you to let yourself just do your thing and really incorporate that. If you want, if this was right on time, let me know. I want to hear. We're as a collective making a choice to govern ourselves a certain way, to take accountability, to understand that this life is learning until there's no more learning left, because we're no longer in the physical form. So every day is just a new experience. That's why it's called a new day, So I think this is a defining factor, It's actually kind of hot. It's intriguing. It's alluring. It's high value. It's distinguished. It's amazing to be able to transmute energy and make it work for you rather than against you. Even if it's just simply like, this had to happen in order for this to happen, And that's it. That's it. So here's some words too that I'm, that kind of caught my eye, that I want to get to know and understand a little bit more. And I feel like it will separate me from the girl math to the woman math, okay? But these are kind of like science words, but at least the first one is alchemy. Okay? But I feel like these couple words I'm about to share, these words, these vocabularies, I feel like it kind of definitely changes the pace into you're dealing with a king or a queen here. You're dealing with the real deal here. You are dealing with a woman. You're not dealing with a girl. Okay? I am a woman. I am not a girl. I'm not your home girl. Unless it's my girls, Shout out to my girls. Me and my friends, we're on the phone, we're chit-chatting, we're like, girl. I think that's the only time that I want to be referenced that way. I want to be referenced as the woman that I am and what comes with being a woman. It's just a different energy. It's a different way and a different respect, So, and man too. Like a man, when a man walks into a room versus a boy that looks like a man because he's big and he's tall and he's strong, but his energy, his verbiage, his demeanor, his lack of self-control, or his abundance of self-control and his demeanor and his strength and his presence and energy in the room, and just how he is confident in himself, and how he's, whether or not, it's not going to make or break me. I'm just thankful to be alive. Like, I mean, I feel like that's a man, because a man is just concrete, not easily to be shaken, because the focus level is just so ultra. And by the time you're a man, you already know the few things that are important to you, and everything else is just, you accept it for what it is. And, there's a separation. There's a clear separation between what's important and what is your priority and what's not. So yeah, keywords, vocabulary words to just, break apart and use it to your advantage is alchemy. Alchemy is to transmute negative energy into positive energy. I sat here and I wrote each definition so I could just have a hard copy, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So transmute new energy into positive energy. It is a process that involves turning inward, accepting negative energy, and choosing love over fear. It's a daily practice that requires patience, perseverance, and a commitment to personal growth. Oh, I could just make a vlog about that alone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make another vlog about that. I'm going to use these words as subject matters for later, and homework, and how I want to apply it to my life. And I feel like I have. I feel like I have nailed this one, alchemy, for sure. I'm choosing love over fear. Even if it's so much love to the point I just want to see you happy, even if it's not with me. Okay? Like, there's no hard feelings. Like, and I mean that in the most best way, because, understanding that things come in seasons is sometimes a tough pill to swallow, but it is what it is. But that doesn't mean that life stops going and bills stop coming in and the world stops turning around. You still got to persevere. You still have to stay committed to your personal growth that, like I said earlier, it doesn't stop till the clock stops ticking. Next, mindful meditation. Focus on your thoughts. I had put your in capitalization. Because as a mom, as a daughter, as someone who I took it upon myself to be so pivotal in my career, that I just want to be accessible to anyone who needs me. It's sometimes I forget and I neglect to think about my thoughts, what I feel, what I need, what's going on in my head. I've had to actively make sure I prioritize that. And I have. Wow. So I can check that one off too. Alchemy, check. Mindful meditation, check. Focus on your thoughts, emotions, and experiences to create space for transformation. That is a choice. You got to create that space. Next, reframe negative beliefs. Shift your perspective and rewire your brain to cultivate a more positive mindset. That's what I meant by the nervous system reboot. There's things that we don't remember that happened, that affected us. Things that we saw in the news that affected us. Things that, are in parts of the brain that it's giving, what's that movie? That's how I forgot. Darn it, I forgot. That it's a cartoon movie with all the different feelings. I forgot what the name of the movie is. It's in the movie theaters now. Totally forgot what it was, but it has all the different emotions and stuff. It's giving that. the nervous system reboot. And that's your responsibility. That's my responsibility. That's, as a collective's responsibility, who's dedicated and committed to their personal growth, to their inner work. It is your responsibility to reframe your negative beliefs and to every so often press reboot when it comes to your nervous system. Because that makes or break your health, your skin, the lumps and bumps, the mindset, the strokes, the cancers, to know that yes, cancer comes from food and smoking and the environment, but it also comes from holding in thoughts and trauma. Cancerous cells? What? Shoot, as soon as we get that information, we really got to take hold of our nervous system rebooting and making sure that we're clear and we're addressing these things. It's not cliche. Okay? It's not. And you shouldn't feel crazy or feel like, oh my gosh, I need therapy. I feel awkward. No, we all need therapy. That's the bottom line. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's actually very, 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 very profound and it's like a sense of security almost. Like you're aware that, I say therapy because it's literally the nervous system rebooting. You can hire a therapist or you can do what I'm doing. Educating myself. Oh, I didn't know things like cancer could be caused from stored trauma. I'm thinking it's just the food and just the cell phones and Bluetooth. No, it's literally these situations too. We got to address these things. We got to care enough. Sorry, my dogs are barking. They want to come in. I'm almost done, children. Next, practice gratitude. Express gratitude for what you have in your life. That's initially what I wanted to do when I got on here. Actually, I wanted to just share my gratitude today. My gratitude, things that I was grateful for today. Just today. Today was honestly a great day. Lots of dogs at work, an overabundance. They just kept coming in. And I was just having my coworkers there and we were laughing. And it was hard because a lot of the dogs, I was saying it jokingly, but it was true. They were like majority, the ones on my schedule today, they were all senile. They were, which is basically like they're older in age and things stress them out easily and they scream and they yell and their joints, they're not as pliable as they were before. And just noises scare them and everything hurts and they're falling off the table. They're trying to walk off. They're trying to hang they're just not okay, but they still need their haircut. They still need a bath. So finding that medium line of still servicing them and making sure that they go home the same way they came in, that was the majority of my schedule today. But it's an honor to work on those types of cases. As much as it makes my body hurt, because I'm holding and I'm comforting and I'm trying to style and I'm trying to decrust. I'm trying to clean ears and get in areas that they don't want and they just want to go home. They just want to sleep. It's an honor that I'm able to even do this daily. So I'm so thankful for that. And it feeds me and my son. So it's like a win-win. So I was able to work as a team with my team today. And it was just nice. And my son and I, he's getting into a teenager. So we be having some little snappy moments sometimes. Either I'm snappy or he's, just not in the mood. So just learning how to respect each other. And he's very respectful. Thank God. But for me too, just to respect him, he's going to be tired. He's going to be cranky. So finding that line of I know you're tired, but we still got to get this done. And no, he's a growing boy and, sometimes he just doesn't feel it. He doesn't want to be, up right now and jolly right now, he wants to just go and duck off somewhere. He's just, but then he's still very much so hey, let me tell you what happened. He's still very much so chatty and sharing. So that's nice. And what else? I've been doing my prayer still to the end of October, and just that's been so blessed. Just staying connected to the vine, like, is super important. I can't stress it enough. For me, it's important. I can't. It's like dialysis. I like to say it's like dialysis. Have you seen what happens to people when they miss dialysis? You got one appointment to miss dialysis. It's not something that you can just reschedule for next week. Dialysis doesn't work like that. That's the one thing that does not work like that. That is not something that you could just reschedule for next week. And it's such a like, I don't even know. I've never seen it, but just hearing like that process is so spiritual. You literally have to get your blood cleansed through a machine, man-made machine, and then put back into your body. Honey, that is prayer. That is staying connected to the vine. That is trying your best, in this thing called life, and at least staying connected, like wanting to stay connected, and in a world of a mixture of people that want to stay connected and don't, and like, yeah, I can just go off into a tangent with that. But next, self-care / self-love. Engage in practices that promote self-care and self-love. That's I'm gonna let y'all just have at it. I'm gonna let you guys have at it with that one. Self-care and self-love. Grounding techniques is the next one. Use techniques like deep breathing or connecting with nature to or yourself in the present moment. Is it weird that I've been wanting to hug a tree? And I'm so serious. Not on some weird stuff, but I just literally want to hug a tree. And let me tell you why. One of the things that I love the most about Georgia is not only the seasons changing, but it's just all the trees. So many trees. I feel like that was when I felt like I was home. Like, this is your new home. Like, we did it. We made it. And I have family that lives up here, so I used to visit when I was younger. But I don't remember it, So being an adult and then moving here, it's been 7 years, guys. To like live here, and just every day it's just like, I cannot believe it. / I'm surrounded by trees. Oh my gosh. The energy. Okay, I'm from Miami, so we do beach. We do water. You stress out, get on the highway, go to the beach, sit by the water. And it's so relaxing, and it's just like it's a reboot. You can get that same element from the trees, but it's different. So I love me some water. I will have to say that's what I miss the most about back, in Miami. But it is a completely different experience, such a healing experience, like with the trees. And people always say, like, why did you move down here? And what do you like about here? Like, you came from Miami to here. It's like, why? What do you like about here? And I'm like, the trees. They're like, that's it. I'm like, that's it. I like a lot of things about here, but if I had to name one thing, it'll be the trees. And then, like, sometimes my son will be playing outside, and he'll just start, like, getting a stick and, like, peeling the trees or, like, hitting the trees. And I'll go crazy. Like, don't hit the trees. Don't peel off the trees of the bark just because it looks like it's coming off. It looks fun to just peel it. Like, leave them alone. Like, I can feel the trees. It's so weird. But just because they can't speak, obviously, but, like, I can feel them. I could feel like they're sensitive almost. So I know tree hugging is a thing, and if it goes a little too west or south or north, then no, it's not that deep. But I wouldn't mind just hugging a tree, because if I feel the vibrations that come off of them from just like being around them / like how protective I am over them. Like, I hate seeing them being cut down and stuff, like places being, cleaned out for like new developments and stuff. Like, It bothers me. It does. Yeah, sorry, I went in on that one. But yeah, grounding techniques, taking your shoes off and just going on flat ground, even if it's in the sand. Okay, but like if you can find a good patch of clean grass and just sit in it and just rub your toes in it and just sit there, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to have a picnic. You don't have to have food. Water is good to have. But just sit there for as long as you can, as long as your time and day allows. Pivotal. It does things that we don't understand that it does. So it's a good thing to implement. Set boundaries. You already know how I feel about that. Conserve your energy by setting boundaries. You gotta conserve your energy. It's yours. God gives us a certain amount of it, like an allowance. What we do with it is under our own discretion. Remember, God gives us the power of choice. We actually can literally choose to do whatever we want, and it just has a result. Like my mom always taught me, look, at the end of the day, you're going to grow up, and you're going to do whatever you want. And I don't go to school with you. I'm not going to be around you all the time. But just know that whatever you do has a result. Either a good one or a bad one. That always stuck with me. And that has been always sticking with me. And I can tell you decisions that I've made that has good results and decisions that I made that have bad results. So I feel like that's the most realist statement. Yeah. Be aware of your triggers. Pay attention to what triggers you and how you feel. So pay attention to what triggers you and how you feel. I think I have a vlog about this somewhere in my playlist. But yeah, when triggers come, embrace them. Embrace them because they're coming to show you what needs to be squashed. What needs to be like, okay, that's it. Let's get to the bottom of this and we don't want to hear about this anymore after today. What's your side and what's your side? Like, you go first and then after you go, they go first. Like, squash it and move on. Because life is fleeting. Life is swift. We don't have time to be letting our triggers run the show. And last, clean your physical and mental spaces. Create a safe space that is free of negativity. Create a safe space that's free of negativity. That's your car, okay? Your home. Just everything. Like your space, that's yours. Even if it's just your bedroom. It needs to be a safe space that you've created with your own little fine touches and comfort, bells and whistles. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to be something that is yours, that even if it's just a corner of a room, you share a room, this is my corner, and that's why it's so important to show gratitude. Because let's say it is a corner of a room, or it's just a room, or a corner of a room, or just a room, or just your house. Be thankful for that. And just in being thankful for that and showing gratitude for that, that alone will create that safe space. That alone will create that bubble where God's always going to, God is whether or not, is always protecting his children, but we need to take 2 seconds out of our busy day and show gratitude for it and take care of it. Keep it clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Old things that you don't need anymore. Containers that are empty, they don't have nothing left in it, throw them away. Keep the space clear. Okay, I'm not the most organized person. I'm going to tell you all right now. I'm not. But I do like things clean. May not be organized, and color-coded, but I like it at least clean and sanitized. Why? Because it's a reflection of what I got going on in my life. It's a reflection of how I feel inside. It's a reflection on what I'm outputting and what my future is going to look like. The projection of whatever I got going on to me, this is my personal opinion, is depicted by how my environment is. So yeah, my space. So lastly, I just put this little, it's like a little miniature paragraph. It says, how do you feel, Elise? Show me. I don't feel shamed because it won't serve me. I have more compassion for me, so that way I will open up and reveal what's really going on inside. ... I can't even believe I wrote that, because it's like so third person-y. So it was just like, wow. Okay. But I love it. I love that I wrote that, and I didn't think I was going to write that, and I just wrote it, and I'm so happy I did, because I feel like this is my most favorite page out of this whole entire journal. I'm going to fold it, a certain way where if I ever need to have this one moment, I'm going to use this page, because I love how I addressed myself. I addressed myself as if I was a parent to a child that they love, or a person, just that's counselor, or like a safe person that just you trust with your whereabouts, and like is actually genuinely concerned without an ulterior motive, and isn't going to yell at you or judge you or scold you, but they're just going to hear you out. That's how I wrote it. It was so nice. And I'm surrounded by that. I don't know why I'm so hard on myself, because I'm literally surrounded by so much love. And my parents have always been so loving to me. But it's our job to continuously parent ourselves. Some people actually need full-blown reparenting altogether. And then some just need parenting, which is basically governing of yourself. I use that terminology with my son all the time. Like, you need to be able to eventually govern yourself. And we're just every day practicing what that means to govern yourself, aka parent yourself, So I love how I wrote that. Like, if you're going to come up to a person like, tell me right now, and what did you do? And you're in so much trouble. What? And I better be the truth right now, not later. That person's going to be shaking in their boots. Are they really going to expound? Are they really going to share? Are they going to give you the Cliff Note version? Is that a safe space? Are there going to be an end result that's lucrative later and actually can transmute into a situation that takes another avenue from what we're already on? Like, no. So I love that I wrote it that way to myself, because it was like, look, it's not about the shame right now. It's not about this. It's not about that. Just how do you feel? Show me. Because you be talking a lot, especially with these vlogs. I'm talking, and these are real life events that are happening and my real life feelings, but show me how you feel. And so that's just like how I maneuver through the day, I smile a lot. And I'm thankful for that. No matter what. Because if all else fails, and we have to find a way to just still be like, woe is me. And I don't know who I'm speaking to, but you need to look around. There's at least one person that would love to switch lives with you. And I'm going to leave it at that. Till next time, don't forget, please, if you're new here, share that little wave hand, the yellow one, in the comment box so I can know you're new here. This is your first time here. Hello. And if you're a reoccurring, please, the purple heart specifically, so I can know you're here too, because I love you guys so much. Okay. This is Journal Journey entry number 8, and I'll catch you at the next one. Love you so much. Bye.